Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the Olight brand new M2R. This is a tactical light that is a nice multi-feature light that works great as an EDC style light as well as a tactical light that you can put on a weapon. It is a single 18650 tube style flashlight, very similar to like the S30 baton, but a few added things that make this a little more capable. You have the standard Olight pocket clip, side switch, and a rear switch and charging port. So let's take a look at the numbers. And we're not going to read these all off just for time's sake. So you can see here we have different modes ranging from 1500 down to a moonlight of 1 with some run times of 2 hours down to or up to 25 days. IPX8 waterproof, XHP 35, LED, partridge, and a pear tree. Alright, so we're going to go into standard operating mode, which is your normal Olight user interface, nothing new here. A switch turns it on. Hold at that point cycles through your modes. Click again turns it off. Now from off, long press will bring you to moonlight, which you can barely see there. Or a triple brings you to strobe. From on, double brings you to turbo. Triple brings you to strobe. Nothing strange there. From off, hold on to get to your moonlight. Continue to hold. Bam, now you're locked out. And the light cannot turn on. Hold that again, and bam, your lockout is done. So you do have an electronic lockout, which is important because you do have the tactical rear switch. It uses the standard Olight magnetic charging system that is USB, so you can use it with power banks, wall chargers, whatever. And you can also use it with your other flashlights. So if you do own something like the S30R baton or one of the other rechargeables that uses this magnetic system, H1R, all those, you can utilize that same charger. It also comes with an actually really good sheath, very good quality. Kind of, oops, I dropped the lanyard. So that comes with that as well. Nothing much else, but now we're going to go into the special modes and explain the rear switch on this thing. As you can see, it is a flat metal switch, so this thing will tail stand. How this works is it is a forward clicky, so it gives you a momentary on, or you can push it down all the way, and it leaves it with a permanent on. So if you're using this on a rifle, you have it hooked onto a rifle, bam, you know, you have your momentary, or you can push it in all the way and on. I find the switch to be very good. It's very accurate. I don't have issues with it doing what I don't want it to. It does what I want, you know, whether I want it to be momentary or permanent on. Either way, I've tried this in multiple different grips and find that it pushes pretty easy. So I know Olight had mentioned that a couple people didn't really like the rear switch, but I'm liking it, guys. I think people just aren't really used to having that kind of recessed forward clicky there, and that freaks them out a little, I guess. So to change modes now, you're going to press in your button and push your side switch. So what you're going to do, and the instructions don't really explain this very well at all, is you're going to push the rear button in all the way and then click your side switch. The instructions imply that you have to hold them both in. That's not really the case. You're going to press one till it clicks, and then the other. So that will switch you. And which mode am I in? Okay, now I'm in the other mode where your half press gives you turbo, full press gives you momentary strobe. So you do have your two different modes, and if we switch back, now we are back to momentary and permanent turbo on. So that is how your rear switch works. Pretty simple. Like I said, it does take a minute to get the cadence right of clicking the rear and then clicking that. Like I said, the instructions imply you're hitting both at the same time, and that's just not the case. So overall, guys, everything you expect out of an Olight. You have the orange peel reflector, nice clear glass. You've got a decent kind of crenulated bezel there, so if you do set it down, you'll be able to see the light coming out of it. You have your low voltage switch. I didn't do runtime test this time, guys. You know, Olight's never lied yet about their run times. I did use this during a power outage, and I had it on for well over an hour. You know, probably an hour and a half. The red light did come on for low voltage, but it didn't, you know, hit that point. So as I mentioned, it is a step down, so you're going to get that 1500 lumens for 3 minutes. Then it steps down to 700, but of course turn the light off, turn it back on, and you can restart your 1500 lumen mode. So we all know Olight makes these things pretty tough, pretty smart. This is a rather expensive light. This is not cheap by any means, but I think this is going to fill a really good niche with people, and that it is an EDC capable light that you can carry in your pocket, use for camping, hunting, fishing, all that stuff. And then at the same time, you can slap this on a rifle and use it as a weapon light. So nice dual purpose. You're out walking the dog, you can use your low modes. You have that kind of grip where you can use it like a normal flashlight, so you don't have to walk around with it in that reverse grip. But at the same time, if you are in a tactical situation, you are in a home defense situation, you have a pistol or a firearm in your hand, you do have that capability to use it with this style grip, which the switch works excellent, or whatever works for you. But I find the switch is actually real easy to press. I haven't had any issues with the switch. I'm not sure who's complaining about it, but my guess is maybe they're just not familiar with that kind of switch. So overall, guys, it charges nicely. This uses any battery, by the way, guys. You don't have to use an Olight proprietary battery. That is one thing that is a good positive. Nice deep threads on this. It came lubricated. It came with a standard Olight battery, one of the 3500 milliamp hour batteries. So that is that. O-ring sealed. You have your lanyard hole there in the back. Everything, you know, what you expect. The pocket clip is the S-style pocket clip, so you can hook this on two ways, up or down without switching anything. Pretty strong. Olight does a pretty good job with the pocket clips. Always been very happy with them. You have a little bit of extra material there around the head with some cooling fins. This gets pretty hot when you're running it at 1500 lumens, but not as hot as some lights. Obviously, they've got some pretty good thermal protection in there and all that that keeps this thing from overheating. But overall, guys, not bad. Being this is a good dual purpose light, you look at other lights I have, like the Nightcore P12, which is something that's EDC capable and also weapon rated. You know, this is a little nicer. You know, it's got the recharging, it's got the different modes, you know, the moonlight, a lot of other things that I expect out of a good light. So overall, I think I paid like 60 bucks for the Nightcore P12, and this is only like $20 or $30 more, and it is much more powerful and more features to it for that little bit of extra money. So I think this is definitely a good investment for a flashlight if you have that need for an EDC light that can also do double duty and go on your rifle. So there it is, guys, the M2R, a new offering by Olight.